I didn't switch the cables. I didn't do it. I didn't switch the cable. It's good now. Fuck. Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. Okay. Okay. Are we live? Sorry? Oh, okay. All right. Good. With the cameras on, yeah. Hello, everyone. Hello from Thames Barrier. My battery just died. So Thames Barrier is over there, and we'll try and straighten that up for you. I was there earlier on, and they told me that I was not allowed. There was no photography allowed at the installation, so I had to move on. Otherwise, though, he was threatening to take my name and call the police, which I wanted to avoid. So we have Thames Barrier, and that's a flood system for London, and it keeps us safe if the rain. Everything okay, Ronald? Oh, okay. Okay, okay. You speak to me if. Okay. I tell you what. Call me on WhatsApp if there's a problem. I'll hang up, but you call me back if there's if there's something that I need to know about. Okay. Yeah, sorry, but my headphones died. And apologies to anyone watching this. A few technical details. With difficulties. We're still getting used to getting our technical stuff together. But this is the start of the Thames Path, and it goes for several hundred miles. Follows the Thames fairly closely most of the way. We've got Canary Wharf over there, the business district of London. But generally of London is in houses, as you see, where the ports used to be for London, but they've been moved out of London now. But this is a huge industrial area, and of course East London was the part of London that hosted the 20 Olympics, or was it 2012? The 2012 Olympics. So the Olympic Village and things like that. I'll just give you one final view now that we're at a sort of a safe distance, and with Thames Barrier there. So we'll have a bit of a walk. I will sign because Thames Path on. I'm afraid I've cheated a little bit into the live stream anyway. The official start was several hundred metres. Yeah, I started, but of course I was being on by security who were nervous about labels and antennas and things like that. So perhaps understandably, it's a fairly crucial safe London, so they don't want to take any risks. So we're going to walk along here. We'll see how far today. I've said that we'll get walk fairly than I would not, but of course I'm still trying to saying come on. So here we are. Last week time we had a bit of run for this, and it was raining and windy. Though it's pickle day, it's certainly a lot better weather than it was when we tried this a week ago. So you can hear remains of what used to be an industrial port. I think in places you can still see the train lines where they used the the rails where they used to have this, where they load and offload theirs onto the ship. But of course, just like a lot of ports in all cities, it's now been moved further out of town. So I'll keep trying to give you a view. So we're on the south side of the Thames. Again, the Thames Barrier there. Rather strange alien-like things. So and fairly quiet. So the grand plan for Hikarious is to take you on virtual hikes. Okay, abroad. Shortly be releasing a live calendar so that you can check to see when. Fairly tentative because the thing is with live streams, you do need to make sure that a reliable internet connection, and of the more exotic locations you go to, the patchy your signal will be. So I have a hello. It's glitching. Okay, with camera. It's okay. Okay, is it on at the moment? Okay, right. Okay. Well, I'm afraid.
I think you need to walk slowly rather than fast.
Okay, I'll try slowing down and we'll see how that goes. Okay, call me back if there's still a problem. Here we go. So we have glitching video. I've constructed a fairly rudimentary harness for this live stream, and I think there's still some things to iron out. Okay, all right. So I have my live stream producer Ronald, who is in the studio and should be speaking to me through this Bluetooth headphone, but then the Bluetooth headphone, just before I started the stream, decided that it had a flat battery, even though it spent all night charging, or at least I thought it was charging. So these things happen. This is all good learning experience. Okay, sorry about that. Right. So for a lot of the path you can expect an unobstructed view of the Thames, but we will come across some private residences, some parts of the path where we have to head in, and I do believe that the Thames Path does veer away from the coast here. So we're going to head in a little bit. So industrial London. London. Hello, Ronald. I think you're muted. Okay. I can't hear you. If you can hear me, I can't hear you. Can you just send me messages and just let me know how the video is getting on? I think that's probably the best way, rather than me speaking to you. I'll just try and pick up and read your messages. How about? Some happy campers on their bicycles had the camera and thought that they wanted to get famous. And fair enough too. Okay, so just got to try and walk slowly, and we'll hope that that does the job. Okay, so I think possibly if I hold this out, I wanted to avoid the situation where I was using a selfie and to have the two cameras on a harness. Because of course it would leave my hands free, but I suspect what's happening will be that I need a sort of a refinement of the harness that I'm using. I think I need to. There's a Sainsbury's entrance there. Sainsbury's being a supermarket. In to see nature and waterside, and I've given you supermarkets instead. My apologies, but it's all part of the Thames Path. So as we walk along the Thames Path, for the first few weeks, we'll be walking through London. Over the next 4 or 5 weeks, very central London. You see a lot of landmarks that you met when you were planning to visit London, and Bridge, Westminster, and a Big Ben, all that good stuff. So that's all in possibly 2 weeks away. It's slow going, especially need to walk slow. We find that this Thames is a little bit longer than it to complete. I'm hoping to see some signs for the Thames Path soon. So here we are. I do remember, I have walked this part of the Thames Path before. I don't specifically remember this bit. I think based on sort of construction works, they do have to revise the route and put in detours, but I've never felt that they marked it very well. But I know my general direction, so as soon as I can, I'll hook a right and try and get back to the Thames. So light industrial, east end of London, and has seen quite a lot of change in the last probably 40 years, with all of the river-based industrial stuff going away. Canary Wharf going up, which is now sort of a glass and concrete palace in the centre of the financial district of London. And of course the 2012 Olympics, where they reclaimed a lot of sort of disused land and created an Olympic park there. To moderate success, according to the locals. They thought they did a pretty good job. When the Olympics came to town, I did watch this, and some other friends went to other events. So I watched them swimming with seats up in the gods, and they weren't the finals, but I cheered on the Aussies. I can't quite remember the results. So Westminster and the Big Ben, and we should have system lost. And we can talk. We can have a bit of a chat. We can get some ingoing, and then I can communicate and teaching and be my director to some extent. Clearly, we've already had breakfast. Could be 10. So it says we're coming up for Greenwich Wharf. This general area is Greenwich. I can smell coffee. Something you need to know about me is I am a bit of a coffee addict. Without a couple of cups of coffee every morning, I'm useless. So Ronald, if we have anyone viewing, or if anyone's got any comments or any questions, then post them. And Ronald, if you can just pass them on to me through WhatsApp, and I'll try and respond if anyone's watching. I've asked a few friends to watch, so hopefully they'll be viewing. Let's see, we've got a message here. So okay, maybe you can tell me their names, Ronald. What do you reckon? Sorry for the crazy camera work. I hope this will let me through. Oh, I've got a feeling this is not going to let me through at the end. We could be walking back. Sorry about this, guys. Oops. Okay. Okay. Now we're on a path. Okay. I think at some stage I took a wrong turn, but this does look like a shared bicycle and person path, which gives me confidence that we're back on track, which is a great thing. Okay. Right, so I don't think I've said who I am. My name's Andy. I've lived in London for about 12 years, and I've lived in London for a lot more than that. I've lived in London for 15 years and been in the UK for 25. I'm an Aussie originally. What I'm hoping is to be able to refine this concept and find some hosts who would be interested in taking over this duty from me, because I'm aware that hiking and the outdoors is a very popular thing, but I'm also aware that it's prohibitive for a lot of people, either due to disability, financial reasons, or just living a long way away. For some people, this could be a some of our hikes could be a way of them virtually experiencing a hike before deciding whether they want to, they're interested in going on the hike themselves. And so if we can capture some nice footage and you can let me know what you want to see during these hikes, then hopefully everyone can get the most out of the experience, and we can build something great. But at the moment, this is a little bit of fun. I might overtake this guy because I could make him a little bit nervous. So we'll pass him, and then he might feel a little bit better if we're not. Okay. Right. Okay, I'm gonna pass this guy. Zoomies. Sorry. Okay.